In this video, we're painting Night Lord's Sabre Strike Tanks. Hi all, and welcome to the cabin. Today we're doing part 10 of our series where we build a Night Lord's army for the Horus Heresy. I've decided to tackle the small but fast Sabre Strike Tanks next, so let's get to it. A lot has happened in the Horus Heresy community since we released part 9 a few weeks ago. 3rd edition is indeed confirmed, and we got to see all the new models from the boxed set in detail. I was already excited for the updated Mark II, but I have to say the Saturn IX Terminators and Dreadnought have really grown on me, and I've been thinking about how I could paint them as Night Lords. Big T, Big J, 3103, and SWAT Drama had some cool suggestions, like adding text to the shoulder pads or even a fresh trophy. And I've been considering painting the shoulders red or silver with a black Legion symbol on top. Either way, there's a lot of cool things that can be done to make them stand out. I also fell in love with this alternate Praetor build they showed on the stream. It looks so menacing, and I prefer it to the main pose in the Salamander's colors. In a surprise move, they also showed off a bunch of additional models beyond what's in the new box, including an awesome new plastic Fellblade, plastic Breacher upgrades, and plastic Mark II Assault Marines. And this looks like a new Cataphractii, right? Personally, I'm very excited for the new plastic Rapiers, since I'm planning to include one of those in the army. As for the rules, there have been a bunch of previews on Warhammer community as well as people leaking pages from the new book. I think the changes sound pretty good so far, and with the new force organization rules, it seems like you're more free to build your army. I wonder if Rights of War will still be around, and if they'll still impose restrictions on army building. I hope I can still run my army as Terror Assault, but GW has at least confirmed that each faction and legion will have its own auxiliary and apex detachments. I'm curious to see if my army list is still legal, how many points it will be, and whether I can improve on it. We'll just have to wait and see. Speaking of my army list, let's have a look at it. After getting some tips from John, one of our YouTube members, I decided to put the Zyvon on hold for now and exchange it for an extra Sabre Strike Tank with anti-armor weapons. I could either run it as an individual unit or take both as a single squad, which would be a lot cheaper. Well, I'm putting off that choice for now since so much might change with the new edition anyway. Alright, let's get to building these sabers. The Sabre Strike Tanks are made of resin and are exclusive to the Games Workshop web store. They've been out of stock for many months, but they finally came back just recently, so I grabbed 2 of them. I decided to use epoxy glue on certain parts for added strength and also to magnetize the weapon options, since I might want to change them for 3rd edition. As I'm working away on the assembly, let's take a look at the lore I've written for these. Cue Age of Darkness narrative voice. During the Thramas Crusade, 2 informal factions arose within the 8th, pitting the veteran forces devoted to Kurz against the younger recruits in a secret war. Though Ravos did not possess much respect for his father, he still sided with his fellow veterans. The 67th captain was loyal to Sevatar, and also had a certain sentimentality for the old ways. Furthermore, Ravos despised Nakrid Thol and would never bow to the faceless prince. Instead, the 67th Company was absorbed into Anran Barbatos' forces and fought under him at Crucible. Among the armored elements at Ravos' disposal was a squad of Sabre Strike Tanks. While small and vulnerable compared to some of the behemoths of the Dark Angels, these sabers proved valuable to the 8th during the assault. Near the drop site of Barbatos' forces, a monstrous 1st Legion Fellblade dominated the battlefield and drove the Night Lords to take cover. Ravos sent forth his sabers in a pincer maneuver, the extreme speed of the smaller tanks forcing the enemy to choose one target while leaving itself vulnerable to the other flank. The Sabre Strike Squad harassed the Fellblade, using their agility to target the vulnerable rear armor with their neutron blasters and multi-melters. Damaging vital systems, they further limited the larger tank's reaction speed, and soon, a lucky shot caused the engine to explode. The rest of the 8th joined the assault, and the Sabre Squad made further kills among the 1st Legion before the Night Lords were forced to retreat from Crucible. Ravos dubbed the squad Lionsbane for their actions that day, but also in memory of the old hunts of crag cougars on Nostromo. There we go. With the assembly finished, I went ahead and painted the tanks in the same way as the rest of the army. Last week we published an updated painting guide on the channel that you can check out if you want to know what colors I used. And with that, my Sabre Strike tanks are complete. After having painted a lot of infantry full of trophies and extra details, it was refreshing to paint a couple of vehicles with larger surface areas. I'm pretty happy with how they came out, and I'm glad I spent the extra time to magnetize the weapon options. I can't wait for these sabers to hunt down larger prey on the battlefield. I'm also looking forward to getting my hands on the new rapiers, as well as finishing the last characters for the army. But that will have to wait until next time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please consider giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on future content. A special thank you to Arnold over on Patreon. And if you want to go that extra mile and get some nice perks while helping us out, all our links are in the description below. We'll see you next time. Good luck with your miniatures.